if you're out there and you're if you're single, or even if you are already married and you want to enhance your relationship or your marriage, you're going to want to tune in, stick around on this one, and listen to what Ashley has to say, because we are going to dig really deep into this topic on, number one, how to attract that perfect partner / spouse, whatever. Oh yeah, we're going to dig deep on this one. I cannot wait. And the company that you're with is Cinqe?
Cinqe.
Okay, how do we spell Cinqe? Because that's an interesting spelling.
It is. It's Cinque.
Cinque. And by the end of this interview or whenever, all of her contact information, because you're also doing it as coaching yourself as well now, right? Like, now, what would you categorize the coaching as? Is it like relationship coaching, matchmaking coaching? Like, what would you categorize what because you're doing this also as your own coach, as also being with the business, but on the side you're a coach.
Yeah.
So how would you categorize or describe your coaching?
Yeah, I would say relationship coaching, preparing yourself for a healthy relationship. Heartbreak, I help a lot of people who have dealt with heartbreak to heal their heart, and so they attract a healthy relationship and are able to maintain a healthy relationship.
Because that's the most important part.
Exactly.
Of course, attracting that, but also it's very important, to maintain it. And you said something about healing your heart. So we'll touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to plant the seed, because then we're going to dig in I want to dig in your backstory, because I need to know how the heck you got to this point and where you're at.
Sure.
And that's my guests know that, or my viewers know that that's how we do it. So we're gonna find out where Ashley Kellogg came from, literally.
All right.
Now, you had said heal your heart. So would you say that that's one of the most important things in order to attract someone solid into your life?
Absolutely.
Is you start there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And then, like, what have you seen along the way with all the clients that you've worked with? Are there a lot that are coming out of heartbreak that their heart is so broken from a prior thing that they need to get over that first? What are you seeing here?
Well, actually, I see a lot more subtleness. Like, they may not feel like they're heartbroken, but they have some barriers that are getting in the way that are preventing what they really want most. Some patterns that are coming up that they haven't really looked at or dove deep into. So I would say it's more subtle.
Interesting. And then your job is, what you do is you kind of dig into it. I love that. Okay, so there's your seed, folks. There's your seed. Now we're going to dig into the backstory of Ashley Kellogg. We're going to find out where she came from and what makes her tick and what's going on here. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so Ashley, where were you born and raised?
In Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay, so talk to me about that. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
Okay, great. And then we're going back to talk to me about how your childhood was. Were the parents together? Did they stay together? Did they model this great relationship for you?
They definitely did not. I had to learn things on my own and the hard way.
Yeah.
A lot of it. So my dad passed away when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
He
no. So
committed
sorry.
suicide. He was an alcoholic.
Wow.
And yeah, that obviously started just kind of a whole whirlwind of chaos and trauma and all of that in my childhood.
And leading up to that, that was when you were 10.
Yes.
So how was the childhood? Do you remember anything before that? Like, do you remember him being an alcoholic? Like, do you have a memory of that?
I have some memories of him drinking too much, but he wasn't abusive. He wasn't me. I mean, I love my dad. He was a good dad other than that.
Yeah.
But I had some moments, like some memories of them fighting, but a lot of it they kind of kept away from us.
Yeah. And so when you were, did you do any sports? Like, what did you do when you were young? Did sports? Did you do dance, singing, anything?
That's so funny because I wanted so bad to be a dancer and a singer. And
Did you really?
Yeah. And I did dance for the first few years of my life, and then we couldn't afford it. So that's where that ended.
What age was that?
That was early on. That was like middle school.
Okay.
No, that was like elementary school, really early on. Yeah, and then I played volleyball for a few years, and then high school I was a cheerleader.
Yeah, because dance is super expensive. I'm learning that now.
Yeah, oh
Because
yeah.
my daughter, it's like I'm seeing the charges coming on the credit card like every other 48 hours or so.
Yeah.
There's like another 500 here, 500. I'm like, what is this for? Oh, costumes.
Yeah.
Costumes? Didn't I just pay for costumes? Yeah, but that was for the other. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pain. Anyway, going, okay, so up till 10, do you remember anything that went on before 10 years old, before this traumatic event, like this very unfortunate thing that happened? Anything else in the childhood that you can pinpoint that happened of a turning point?
Not really.
And then,
I don't.
so sorry, so then when this happened, was this just a shock? Was it, I can only imagine.
It was. Yeah, it was definitely a shock. And I think that, well, I lived in a very small town where everyone knew. And it was just, for me, that was like a turning point where I felt like it just put a label on me that there was something wrong with me, that something that crazy happened to me. And I don't think that I carried around any guilt that it was my fault, but I definitely feel like I started to carry around a lot of shame from it.
Wow. And was your mom just shocked?
Oh yeah. She was shocked, but there was definitely some addiction there, a lot of addiction there. Yeah, that she had dealt with. So.
Oh, did she also have was she also drinking? Was she?
I don't think that we didn't see that from her perspective, but there's both sides of, when there's addiction, the other partner has some role in it,
right?
Also,
in some way.
Yeah, and she was. I would say that she was kind of more of a detached mother. It wasn't like a real nurturing childhood.
Where were you when you heard the news? Were you at school? Do you remember this moment vividly?
I do, yes.
Do you mind digging into it a little bit?
Sure, yeah. We were at our cousin's home because my mom had removed us from that home.
Oh,
and
she did?
Yes, because of the addiction. And
how long prior?
It was maybe a few weeks to a month.
Oh,
and
wow! Because it got bad to where he was just.
Yeah, he wasn't staying in treatment. She had gave him an ultimatum that he needed to go to treatment, and he wasn't staying in treatment. So we left to go to my grandparents' house. And
she pulled you out.
Yeah, and that was kind of the catalyst for him. I mean, I just can't imagine. Obviously, he didn't want to live without his kids. That's the only way that I can wrap my mind around it, because it actually happened on my sister's birthday that he committed suicide. So that's a whole other, yeah. But.
And so you were at whose house did you say you were at? Your cousin's? Or
my cousin's house, yes.
And then how did you hear the news?
It was a family member. I don't know who told us, but he came in and told us, and it was just very shocking, like almost surreal, like not real, and just it was October. It was very cold. I just remember having to go to school in shorts because we didn't even have the right clothes. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Wow. And what did you like? So they came in the home. You were in the home. So you were in that home when someone told you. And what did they say? Like, how did they tell you? Like, what did he do? How did he do it?
Well, he had a gun. He shot himself.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I don't know. I don't even remember exactly how they told us. They just said, your dad is gone, and we're sorry. This is going to be a difficult time, but we have to move forward. And he had some issues. This isn't your fault. That type.
Wow. How did your mom react?
I mean, she had friends around her, and it was very difficult. I just remember her crying a lot, but also her having to be strong too, and just kind of okay, well, we have to move on with our life. And then she also, I think she was encouraged by other people and just grew up you always need a man in your life to take care of you. So she was remarried within a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what you said is a lot oh, you need a man.
That was the mentality that I grew up with, that I need a man to take care of me.
Which, yeah, for sure. I mean, what years are we talking here? Like in the 80s, 90s?
Yes, 80s.
How old are you? I'm going to put this on the air.
I'm 41.
You literally look like you're in your 20s.
Thank you. No.
So it's incredible. So so this is probably 80s-ish. Yeah, you're right, 100%.
Yeah.
And to this day, I hear women saying, I need a man, I need a man, I need a man. I'm like, no, you really don't.